Hello. Hi, beautiful people. Hello, is anybody home? I'm back. Anyone miss me? Hello, where you guys all at? This is Alashola Omio. Yeah, today we're gonna be talking about astral plane and chakras. You know how they are somehow connected. But before I go any further, please, you guys are gonna bear with me, because I'm gonna try to share this broadcast on my timeline, Alashola. So please bear with me, guys. Wonderful having you guys here, beautiful people. 1 minute, second. Just bear with me, lovely people. Lovely seeing you, beautiful. Miss me yet? I miss you guys. It's wonderful having you guys here. I'll be with you in a second. I am gonna just share this on my timeline on Alashola, and I will come right back to you, people. So where are we? Alashola. Share now. Yep. I think we are lovely having you guys here. Wonderful. Sorry, a call just came in. Sorry, guys. I hope the person wouldn't bother to call back. I actually using a 1 minute, second. 1 minute, 1 second is more than a minute actually. Is it? I'm just trying to share this. Yes, I think we are on Alashola. Yes. Okay. Right. Wonderful to have you guys here. Today we're gonna be talking about astral plane, as in astral projection, and our chakras. For people that are on this path of spirituality, I'm sure when we talk about chakras, it wouldn't be anything new to you guys, because when we talk about chakras, that we are talking about the energy centers in our body, which we have 7. So, but how? I'm thinking you guys will be thinking, okay, Alashola, how is that connected to astral plane or astral projection? I'm going to try. I'll do the best that I can to link, and then hopefully at the end of this video, I would have been the point that I'm trying to make here would, maybe 1 or 2 people will sort of grasp what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's so wonderful having you guys here. First of all, I'm going to define what is an astral plane, because there's some people, before I even go any further, there's some people that they don't actually believe in the astral plane or anything like that. Some people, they think that when you fall asleep, and then some don't actually, they'll say to you they don't even dream. Some will say to you that what happened in the dream is just a carryover from their daily activity, and so therefore it has no meaning. But so everyone, we're all free to come to our own conclusion or believe whatever it is that we want to believe. But in this video, like I will always do, I would usually come here and talk about topics, stuff that I know about, that for sure, or that someone that is close to me, or some facts. Usually it's going to be facts, not just something. 1 minute, guys. So for people, so this platform here is for people that they think outside of the box. It's not for people that are just one way. Oh, is that I'm not a religious person, as you guys are aware. I'm more of a spiritual being. You see, so that's my path, and I'm not the only one. So for people that this subject that I'm talking about do not resonate with, or they somehow don't believe in it, well, you can continue to believe whatever it is that you want to believe. That's just my belief, and that's my 100%. You see. So, like I said earlier on, I'm not the only one. I've got families out there that believe. Thanks so much, darling. in what I'm about to talk about here today. You see, hi Victor, lovely to see you here. Wahab, Elizabeth, Hodji, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name properly. Please pardon me. It wasn't that wasn't intentional. Lovely to have you guys here. Wonderful seeing you, beautiful people. I was meant to come out last weekend. I couldn't. I had a lot to do. Apart from business, I have a commitment. Both here in England and in Nigeria. You see, and so sometimes stuff happens, and then I couldn't come out. So please, I'm sorry about that. Anyways, I was saying earlier on. So when we talk about, I'm trying to link astral plane with our chakras and what that has to do with our dream life and our present state, our being as we speak spiritually. You see, and like I said, I'm going to try to do the best that I can to do that, to explain that here in this video. And if you have any question, please feel free to come in my inbox. I'll be more than happy, at least to the best of my knowledge. So astral plane is a complete dimension and on its own. So when we talk, like I said earlier on, astral plane is not everyone that believes in it. Some people, when you dream, they will even say to you, oh, it's just rubbish, it doesn't mean anything. So so our soul is also has age. Some people are baby souls. So when you are trying to pass knowledge or talk about knowledge, say for example, a 1-year-old in a physical being here, if you try to tell a year-old or even a 3 years old that, oh baby, this is how you're going to cook rice, you first of all going to have to boil the water, parboil the water, and then you're going to add it, you're going to cook at low temperature. That's too much for even some youngster to digest. You see, so when we talk about spirituality, thank you, Victor, it has a lot with our soul. You see, our age soul. It's not about age here. Some people, they might be 70 years old, but they are baby soul. They believe what their soul can process or believe is different. And so people like that, if you are there arguing with them, you're just wasting your time, because there's no way you can talk from here to kingdom come. They will not be able to, understand what they're probably going to think maybe you are crazy actually. And they will be arguing, and they're probably right, because their soul cannot process more than that. You see, so when you're talking about spirituality, you talk about old souls. You see, when you talk old souls, it's not about age. It could be 5-year-old, it could even be 2-year-old or 3-year-old. You see, so but that soul has reincarnated several times, and a lot of all this wisdom is embedded in it. Either we know we want to realize that or not. It's when you come close to this kind of people, the way they will talk, their approach to life, the way they reason, then you will know that, oh, I haven't seen some youngsters, when I was younger, even my kids, you will see them like a 7-year-old, 10, and then adults will, the stuff they will come out of them, or the stuff they will do, and then the adult will be thinking, oh God, look at the way he or she just behave like an old man. You see, he will talk like a, and they're talking about a very young boy, young girl. So that's what I'm trying to, is that kind of knowledge that we share here on a national platform. It's not, baby soul that are ready to learn. You're welcome here. You see, because I'm not the kind of person that I don't want to run your life, because no one can do that for me. I just try to. I see you guys as my family, my soul tribe. People that know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, so you see, even on YouTube also, I've got you guys, they're my family. So that's the kind of people, or that I believe that would, watching this broadcast, or probably will watch it later on, And even if you are new to this, you could at least, try to be patient and try to, because, when knowledge is power. I cannot stress that enough, because when you are informed, life, no matter the hurdle or issue that's facing you in life, you would, somehow, get over it somehow, because you have the info, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. But when you don't, you will be like every little thing, you'll be rattling your brain, for nothing. Probably the solution to your problem is probably, next to you. Anyway, I'm not going to go further than I'm going to try to. So when we talk about astral plane, that it's totally a different thing, from what we experiencing here. It's the place where the non-physical lives. For people that have been out there, that know what I'm talking about, you would have come across beings, that are, some of them, I'll come to talk, tell about my own experiences. I'm always out there all the time. Hi, Vicky, baby. Lovely to have you here, baby. So I would, mention a few bits of my own experience, because I cannot say all of it. It's just I go there all the time. But this kind of being, it depends on. That's where a chakra is linked. It depends on your chakras that will determine how you're going to go out there and the kind of being you would encounter. I'll come to that. But I'm just trying to say that it's for, where non-physical lives at non-physical, self. This astral plane I'm talking about is not a plane you're going to board at JFK Airport in New York. And it's not a plane you will board at Gatwick Airport in London. I'm in London right now, I'm based here. Or a plane you're going to board at Muritala Airport in Lagos. No. Or airport in Trinidad or Jamaica or somewhere. No. This is a plane this only happens when you are in a dream state. So in that sense, hi Gabriel. Oh, that's my youngest son. That's his namesake. Lovely to have you here. Wonderful to have you, beautiful people. So, like I was saying before, Gabriel popped in there. See, so it's not like a plane you're going to board at the local airport. No. You're free. You don't have to buy any ticket. This happens when you are in a dream state. That's when you get on this astral plane. That's what it's called, astral plane, astral projection. You see. So, like I was saying earlier on, that I see the universe. That's where I see it, as multi-dimension, where exists different vibrational states. You see, so the reason why I said that there is that at this place, even if you just newly into spirituality and you are working, your chakras are balanced, then where you're going to end up, it's not about, okay, so say for example, someone like me, I've been astral projecting for how long? But each and every time I'm out there, I could encounter a new being that probably is new. So that's what I'm saying. There's no age barrier, or you see. So, or if God forbid my chakra levels should drop, then where I'll probably end up myself will probably God forbid, somewhere negative. So where a lot of people that are not informed about what I'm talking about here usually end up. And then that's when I'm going to kick a bit of Yoruba here and there. And then that's why they're going to say, oh, somebody in their family. I'm not saying people don't attack you in dreams. But what I'm saying is majority of negativity that you will encounter when you are in astral plane has to do with the way where your chakras, either, that's your being, your spiritual being then. Is it high, your vibration, is it low? And I will also point out here what can bring, all these chakras, energy center point to drop. You see, I'll come to that. You see, I just try to thank you, darling. So, rub yourself being and physical plane has a dense. Here we are, here on this planet Earth. You see, when you look at the universe, it's so huge, it's so massive. That our planet where we are here, Earth, is just like it's like a pin. This pen is even too big. Compare, it's like a pin. Those air pin that we always, or needle, to the size of the universe. Because apart from where we are here, there's a bigger world out there. We are just like a pin in it. So that is where you go when you go astral plane. So you're going to meet with other beings from different probably planets too, just like the way we are from a planet Earth. You see, so when you are out there, that's why you should know what you are doing. You see, so our dream states you know, when we are there, our consciousness, some people will call it our soul, some people will call it our spirit, whatever you feel comfortable to call it, you're still referring to the same entity. Actually separates from our physical body. It's when we are out there. I don't know, that is what I know for a fact, because this is not just because I've read this in a book. No. It is happening to me, and I know I'm not the only one. You see, and then so when you are out there like that in our dream state, like I said earlier on, this astral plane is not the one you're going to board at Muritala Airport in Lagos or Abuja, or the plane you're going to board at JFK Airport in New York, or a plane you're going to board here in London, Gatwick, or Heathrow. No. This only happens in our dream states. When we are asleep, that's when we board this astral plane. You see, that's when our consciousness, as our awareness, as I'm speaking now, as you guys are watching me, you're aware that you're talking, the Alashola is talking. That's your awareness. My awareness is I can see Vicky here, I can see Gabriel, I can see Victor, I can see Wahab, you know, and you wonderful people. And that's my awareness. That's my consciousness. And I'm on Facebook. I'm doing a broadcast. You know, I'm trying to talk about astral plane and chakras. That's my awareness. That's my consciousness right now. You see, but then when we get into this state, that's our consciousness now lives. You see, it separates from our body on our bed, or maybe you fall asleep on the chair, whatever it is. Then, you know, and then from our body, then we exist in the astral plane. That is now that's where we end up. Now, where in the astral plane, because it has a lot of layers. Which part of the astral plane you end up, and why you end up there, that's what I'm trying to pass across in this video. And that's what I'm saying, that I'm going to try and do the best that I can to, because this is a very, very, you know, important video. There's a lot that can happen when you're out there. If you don't know, a lot of people, oh, I want to be spiritual, I want to be able to have vision, I want to be able to see my spirit guide. Is what they fail to realize is that while you are there, you also you are exposed to a lot of dangers also, because just like the world we live in here, we have good people, isn't it? And we have not so good people, you see. So the same thing are there. So when you are not protected while you are there, you know, then a lot of stuff can happen. And if, God forbid, you happen to go out on a lower chakra, and then you find out you ended up in a plane that's, you know, a negative one, a lot can happen there. So that's what I'm trying to discuss or talk about in this video, guys. So like I said, then we exist in the astral plane, which has multiple layers, which is you can say, some people can say states, you can say country. I mean, if you want to put it in a layman terms, just like the way we are here, or you can say a different city. You know, if you bought the wrong plane, even if you are meant to be going to Dubai, and you got to the airport, you bought the wrong plane, you bought the plane, maybe you didn't know what happened, you just somehow bought, I don't know, you know, and then you found yourself in New York. That wasn't where you planned when you were heading out. You see, so the same thing could happen here. The only difference is that even if you find yourself in New York, you could always probably buy a new ticket. But out there in this astral plane, a lot of negativity can happen that might end up being person having some problem over there. So astral plane with not land that has multiple layers out there. Astral plane is a separate dimension in itself, just like I said earlier on. It's a realm, you see, a different realm. It's a world, just like our world here. The universe is not just about us. Like I said, we're just like a pin drop in the size compared to the whole size of the universe. So planet Earth, this is where we are. Aye, we call it Aye in Yoruba, because I'm originally from Nigeria, Yoruba tribe. You see, we call it Aye, or we call it planet Earth. It's just like a pin drop compared to the size of the rest of the universe. You see, so it's an unseen world. Like I said earlier on, you can only just get there, you see, in your dream states. It's not somewhere, it's not physical. You can go and board the plane at Atlanta Airport. Is it Alfred Jack Airport in Atlanta? A world where non-physical, because even when we go out there, at that point we didn't go out there with our physical body. Each time that I've traveled there, I fell asleep, and my soul or my consciousness has left my body for me to be able to access that realm. So I was not physical then. So when you are out there, you're not going to go there in your physical world, because even that world is not even physical itself. You see, lovely to see you here, Adedeji, Adeyinka. That's my Oloruko Kabiyesi niyen. Lovely to, and my second name too. Wonderful having you guys here. You see, so non-physical being exists eternally, with time with no end. You see, it's not like here that we live to be, if you're lucky, maybe we're 80 years or 60 or maybe 95. Even if you are lucky, you live to be 100 and 120. I don't want to live to be 120, because your quality of life will be poor. You know that and then we passed on. That's here, but over there they live eternally. There's no time. There's no a period of time. All the time we have here is an illusion. It's something that we create here to be able to manage our lives. You see, over there, there's no, thank you, darling. There's no time. This is how long, you can exist there for donkey, decades, centuries. You see, there's no 1 year where 2020, you are going to go to 2021. No. There's nothing like that. You see, so this is an unseen world, a world where non-physical being exists in time without end. It's similar to our regular world here, in a sense that, like, okay, I could finish this live broadcast, and then I just want to go out. I don't have to go out. Queenette, how are you, baby? I'm Ofa. If baby are here, lovely to have you here. I told you guys, these are my you guys are my soul tribe. So what I'm talking about, resonates. You sort of understand what what's Alashala driving at. Yemoja, love child, lovely to have you here. Omio. So as I was saying, my tribes are they are popping in now. I hope I don't lose focus on what I'm talking about. I just couldn't help. I don't have to say hello to them. So pardon me, guys. So as I was saying, it's a word like we're here. When you, like I said, I'll come to my own experience. You're free to wander around, to explore. I could, after this show now, I could say, okay, I just want to go out. I might not want to take my car. I may just want to go London Bridge, or maybe go to Oxford Circus, or because I live, right in the city of London, So I might want to go to Kilburn, because Kilburn is exactly where I am. So I want to go to the, all this new Edgeware Road, just to chill out. I might decide to take my car, or I might just want to have a walk around, just exploring. So over there also we can do that, which like I said, I will come to explain that. But where you guys are, you will be wondering now that is okay. We've covered what is astral plane. Alashala, how is that now connected to chakras, our chakras? You see, then that we're getting there now. As you guys are aware, each chakra is essentially, for people that are, already on this path, what chakras are. You know that we have 7 chakras points in our body, and that they are, energy center on our body. You see. So we have the root chakra down there, so we have them all over the place. Hi, Taye, lovely. Oh, I can see you there, my brother. You come here to look for me. I love you too. See, so like I was saying before, my Juliet came in there. You see, our chakras are energy center point in our body. For people that are new to this, you can do more research, read books, get yourself informed. What are chakras? Because whether you like it, they are right there in your body, and it has a lot to do how your well-being, or how you whatever how fulfilled your life is. You see, so it's a crucial thing. If you are new to this, then I would suggest you, or probably advise that you do more research on what are chakras. What are those? It's a series of functions that affect an area of the body, just like I said earlier on. You see, I tend to put down notes here. Thank you guys, because hello Queen Mother. Oh, Ginny, good evening, ma. I can see my great mother here. Oh, my mothers are here to love me. They approve of what I'm doing. Good evening, ma. Your Highness. Lovely to have you here, ma. I love you, ma. Lovely to have you here. So, as I was saying before, the Queen Mother comes in there. So it's a series of function, in the area. It affects our body, and whatever affects our body ultimately is going to determine how our life pans out, how fulfilled we are in our lives, how we, on a daily basis. It may even affect our families, because when we are happy, when we have balance, when we are whole being, that's when we can be the best, that the universe has created us to be. But when we are at the lower, the vibration of this center point are low, there's no way you're going to achieve that. You see. So how that is now linked to the astral plane, that's what I'm trying to get at in this video. An example of these chakras that I was talking about is our root chakra, and now that's situated at the bottom, which is associated with grounding. When you say grounding in what sense? In the way that we feel secure with our life, we feel safe. That's when you say you are grounded. You see, we are grounded to Mother Earth. You see, so that is what our root chakra. That's where that one is responsible for. So let's say, for example, there's an issue with this root chakra. What then could be effect of this? If you happen to, when you fall asleep, you happen to go to astral projection. So that's what I'm trying to link here, guys. You see, so an example is our root chakra, situated at the bottom, which is associated with grounding. Our feelings of safety, of being secure, also related to a lot of bodily functions. That's what I was saying. I do this jot down because in the past that I've done some videos, I got carried away, because not that what I want to talk about is in my head, but because I see you wonderful people, and then I will just lose track. I'll probably talk about that, and at the end of the video, when I'm looking at it, I realized that God, I didn't actually mention here. I was meant to say this. I didn't say that. So that was when I started to. I know it's you. That's when I started to make notes like this. Because I know, imagine Tayo is here now, saying, Alashala, this is Tayo from Georgia. I'm here to say I love your show. And I said, thank you. I love you too, my brother. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. So, someone, imagine if I don't have my notes, because I've just had I see Tayo there. I might just forget what I want to talk about, and I'll be racking my head. But now I don't have any problem. I can still say hello to you guys, and I can still come to what I meant to talk about. And at the end of the video, and I would have peace of mind that I've covered all the areas that I want to come and share with you guys. So as I was saying that earlier on, that all of these energy points that we call them chakras plays a big role in all of our spiritual experiences. Just like I said earlier on. And astral projection is one of them. You see, so all of this chakra, because when we fall asleep, you see, that is the link, that's the whole purpose of this video. When we fall asleep, now, when we are going to go out of our body, towards astral projection, or then we're going to end up in the astral plane, is going to be one of these points, center points, that we will go out from. Don't forget we have 7. Now, say for example, one of them, let's say the root chakra is weak, is low, and I'll come and give an example what can make that to happen. Then the one that is weak, it happens to be, it was through that that chakra point, that power point, that's the way you left your body. Now you're already living on a weak chakra. You're going to end up in a negative astral plane. What then will happen is you're probably going to encounter entities that are negative, that might put you in danger. You see, a lot of people, they'll say, oh, people are chasing them. A lot of stuff are happening because that chakra and that part of your body is low. So that's why I always say, everything happens and stops with us. Whatever it is we want to achieve or we want to be, it's here. It's inside us. It's in us first. When we understand ourselves, what's the word? Instead of, you know, I've got 2 degrees now, you know, but some people, they even have PhD and they don't have any idea about who they are. You see, and I always say that, look, before you want to start to study anything outside of you, why don't you study who you are first? What makes you tick? What is that thing, your life purpose, the reason why you're here? What makes you happy? What, you know, your soul, your consciousness, your spirit. Some people don't even know. Some people, they'll say to you, oh, they don't want to be by themselves. They don't want to be alone. I'm thinking, come on. That's weakness. The best time you should enjoy most is when you are by yourself. Because whatever it is that you want to achieve, that's when you'll be able to go inside of you, to think. Thank you. That's when the voice, your intuitive skill, your angel, whatever you call it, the universe, that's when they can come to you. That's when they can reach you. It's not when you have all these crowds around, when you have all these people shouting around you. You see, that you probably, even if you talk, you probably may not even be able to hear yourself, let alone you want to hear from something that's external outside of you. You see. So for me, my private time is very important to me. My children, they know that. And they're a lot like that also. When they're in their room, the one that sit at home, you know, you even my youngest, you know, they're in their room. You see. Because but when they don't want to be on their own, thinking, okay, what about when you die, when you passed on? Who's going to come with you then? You see, no whether you like it or not, there's still going to be a time when people that were twin, you see, they came out separately. They didn't come at the same time. You see, so there's no time, whether we like it or not, that we would not still find ourselves alone. And people, I believe people, we as human beings, we should look at the strong point of it, not the the weak part of it. Because when you are talking, the way I'm talking since, I'm able to talk like this. Why? Because I've spent time to do my research on what I'm talking about. I know that to be a fact, as far as I believe. And that's why I can come here and, confidently, thank you, darling, to be able to come and, say this. I'm not, whatever I'm saying now, is not just, I'm not just thinking it now. I'm not just, I just didn't know it now. I have that information prior to me coming out here. I've spent time by myself. When I've been out there, astral traveling, and I've, several times, and I've been able to sit down and I make sure that whatever it is that I'm going to put down here, that I'm talking here, actually tally with my experience of what whatever it is I'm talking about here. I'm not just thinking it now. So I'm just trying to explain how important our quiet time, our alone time. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't make you a loner. The more you do that, the more the best stuff that I've achieved in my life, that people have come up and said to me, Alashala, that's wonderful. I've done those things. I've created the inspiration, the creativity has come to me when I was by myself. You see, and if you get to my room, I've got this shelf, books everywhere. See, they all came to me when I was by myself. When I wake up during some astral plane that you go, when you come back, in the early days, I'll sit down on my bed and I'll just trying to understand, that God, and then you find out there's a big word out there That's why here nothing everybody do fast me anymore, because it's just a pin drop in what's going on out there. Anyway, as I was saying, that we have 7 chakra. So what we talk about astral projection, and depending on your view, that's what I said at the beginning of this video. That on the astral projection, some people, they don't even believe in it. You see, so for people that don't believe in it, they're probably going to be saying, what's Alashala talking about? You see, where is she going on? But for people that are on my path of this spirituality, you see, of the ancient time, that's what I call it. Old ways, the ancient ways, then you guys will understand what I'm talking about. You're probably going to be able to chip in more. You see, if you believe that you are actually living your body via one of the energy center points, which are your chakras, each time you separate from your body, you do it via one of the chakras. You see, meaning we have 7 different ways, you know, we can separate from our body. That was what I said earlier on. And if any of these chakra points, if there's any weakness in any part of them, and you happen to leave your body through that weak link, that weak chakra point, then the astral plane where you're going to find yourself is probably going to be negative. You see. So perhaps, depending on which chakra you actually leave the body via, you are ending up in a different location. That was what I said earlier on. Perhaps there are 7 more, you know, astral plane out there that are related to our chakra. So what we find in these 7 different planes will depend on our level of spiritual evolution. That was what I said earlier. So evolution, what is that? When you talk about, that's growth. Our spiritual growth. Hi Sarah, baby. Lovely to have it. Aganju. Oh, that's a daughter of Orisha. That's a princess Aganju here. You see, so as I was saying, that the point that we live at is depending on the level of your spiritual evolution. That is where, okay, say for example, someone like me, on a daily basis, I have time. You can see my incense, even as I speak to you. I'm burning a sage incense. That's how much I love my incense. So that doesn't make me strong in my. There's stuff that I do on a daily basis. Like I will have at least like a herbal bath. You know, I have a prayer meditation session that I do, and that's daily. You see, and plus other activity that I do like that, so that to keep my energy high, up there, upbeat. But God forbid, let's say, which had happened to me in the past, that something happened that affected, God forbid, affected me in a way that I wasn't able to do those stuff, or I start to hang out with wrong crowd, people that are operating on a which I would never do, on a lower vibration. You see, then before you know it, your chakra level will drop. Those are the stuff that you're, if say you are female or you are male, you met with someone, you had like a sexual encounter with someone that is a random, you don't even know nothing about them, you know, their energy will affect you also, because they are on a low vibration energy, and you went and met with them, you guys will become one. So that will automatically affect your own energy level. It will affect your chakra. You see, so the couple of all of this stuff, we engage ourselves in activity that you know, that does not promote a high level of being. That could be the people we suddenly, you know, hanging out with, our lifestyle, you know, suddenly changed. You see, but if you are someone that you are rooted, you know, in your, I'm talking about, I'm saying this from my own experience. So it's not, that's why that comes in your level of spiritual evolution, which is growth in a nutshell. You see. So example is, if you are stuck in a state of low vibration, or maybe something happened, God forbid, somebody lost their job. Obviously, that's the bad thing that happened. And then, but instead of the person to, and somehow they just couldn't pick themselves up, you know, or maybe a relationship went, you know, wrong, and but prior to that they were, like, you know, up there, or maybe it was business, or maybe, you know, there are some sort of life changes, circumstances, you see, and they sort of spend too long time dwelling in it. you know, that will drop your energy fast. Before you know it, the problem you thought you have, maybe you thought you have one problem, it will become 4. Before you know it, the 4 will become 6. Before you know it, will become 10. So you quickly, that's why you don't want to wallow or spend too much time feeling sorry for yourself. We all do that, you know, but don't spend too long time in there, in a state of feeling sorry for yourself, because before you know it, more problem will, you know, it will just crop up. You want to quickly pick yourself back up and say, okay, life, this is what it is. You know, this is life, you know, this thing happens, you know, but, you know, go back to what you were doing prior to that, that your energy, you know, was high. You know, at least that's what I have done. You know, start, you know, so when you have a fear-based mindset, someone that's always afraid, oh, they're going to do this to me. No one's going to do anything. There's nothing in this world that's worse than death. But some, you know, some people, you know, but sometimes the way when people are operating on a fear mindset, you know, it's even worse than death itself, because they, you know, spend nights not able to sleep, you know, not able. Some people will not eat. You're thinking, even if you are going to die, that's the worst that can happen to a human being, and that's not even worse because you exist in another, you know, dimension. Even that's, you can't be worse than that. That's just the way that I see life. There's nothing that's going to be worse than death, and so whatever is, bring it on. You know, that's my own way of looking at life. Now I don't get worried about stuff, but I always think, nothing that's worse than death. What is it? Let's see it. You see, that's my own attitude to life. You see, negativity stuff happening, like those are the stuff that can drop your chakras. You see, you will come out in a place that is similar. So now, say you now fall asleep, you now astral travel. So that's what I was saying. You will now come out in a place that's similar, where you don't feel secure, you feel scared. You're probably going to encounter negative entities that might put you in dangers. You see, because that's the way you went out there. So you are going to a powerful place where, you know, with weak soul. It's how you going to pan out. You'll be lucky if you come back. That's why some people, they say, oh, they die in their sleep. You know, blah, blah. Down in Nigeria, they'll say, oh, he slept and he died. Somebody called their name and they just died. I'm not saying probably that didn't happen. But if you check the life of that person, prior to them going out there, maybe they have one issue or the other that's bothering them. It's probably been happening for months, maybe years, you know, or even if someone that put a spell or did something to them during their sleep state. It happens from here anyway. So if their chakra was balanced, was strong enough, that probably wouldn't. You know, you have dreams in the past that are where people want to attack you, you're probably going to fly. You know, I've had dreams in the past that, you know, I know how I can be invincible. I know what to do. You understand? When I'm not canceling everything in this video, you see, when I encounter stuff out there, you see, I'm able to tackle this thing out there. Hi, darling. Rodrigo. Lovely to see you. Sorry if I didn't mention your name right. And I know that's my Mauritian family from Cuba. Lovely to have you here, darling. You see, as I was saying, essentially, the astral plane is a reflection of the state of our spirituality. So, in a nutshell, you just put it, round it up. You see, so that's where the link, you know, our essentially the astral plane, where we end up there, the people we're going to encounter, our activity while we are there, how strong we are, how we can, you know, whatever it is we encounter, or even where we are going to end up anyway, it has a lot, is a reflection of the state of our spirituality. That's our spiritual evolution. I said earlier on, growth, where we are now, how, you know, our daily ritual, how we do that, the kind of lifestyle we live, the kind of people that we mix with. It's our state of mind. You see, so all of that is what we determine. When you travel out there, you will encounter locations that is appropriate to your spiritual development at that time. You see, how you are feeling. If your vibrations is low, your chakras are low, and you happen to go astral traveling, that's where you're going to end up. If your chakras are sort of up there, your vibrations, even if you end up in an astral plane that's negative, whatever is out there, you'll be able to, you know, you will be able to confront it. You will be in that state. Your your being, your soul, your consciousness is that powerful. You can tackle it. No matter what it face out there, you can tackle it. Like I said, here before I round up, one that is appropriate to a particular chakra that you live through. I will give you an example of the time that I've been out there. Maybe two examples, because I don't like my video stretching on and on and on. There was a time that I went out there. I found myself, obviously I was flying, and then what I realized was that, and I looked down, and I saw all these lights. It was dark, it was late, here where we're here, when we say, oh, it's evening time, it was something like that. So, but I could see all these little lights all over the place. I was wondering, what are these? So I don't know how I landed. What I found out was, it was like a market. It was a big market, and in that market, I found out what happens when I'm out there. I'm always looking for every little details, so that when I come back here, I can be able to use whatever knowledge that I see over there to benefit me or my community. You see, so when on this trip that I went, when I landed, I saw it was like a market, a normal market. Oh, Juma, oh, lovely to see you. I've been looking for you. I was thinking, where's my Juma? Lovely to have you here, my king, my kabiesi. Lovely to have you here. How have you been? I've missed you. Did you miss me? You better say you miss me, or else I'm going to stop this live chat. Anyway, before I said Chuma there, as I was saying, so in that dream, in that plane that I found myself, it was like a big market. I thought I said, and what I found out was, instead of having a street light, they don't have street lights. It was late. It was like a night market. What then happened was they all have like lamp. This lamp, the old-fashioned lamp, in front of their stall, whatever it is that they were selling. So they had like this lamp. So you just see a row of lamp all the way, long. I was thinking, okay, I was thinking in my Yoruba, I was thinking, I was like, oh, they do their marketing in the night time. So I said, okay, let me wander around. What I found out was no one was looking at me. It was just like a normal thing. Thank you. I miss you too, darling. So I was just wandering around. I saw it was a sea of all this lamp. It was in front of whatever it is they were selling. And there was a particular one, there was a long queue. So, being my curious self, I was thinking, okay, there's a long queue. I'm going to join the queue. And then, because, obviously, I don't know what they were buying. I said, let me just join the queue for the fun of it. If I get to the front, to my turn, I don't have to buy whatever they are selling that I don't want it. So anyway, I joined the queue. But what I found out was, when it got to my point, hello, Yamitino, Ade, lovely to see you, my darling. When it got to my point, to my time for them to serve me, the person that was selling whatever it is, it was as if they didn't see me. It was as if, because what then happened, I don't even know if it was she or he went out and was serving someone that was behind me. So I was thinking, this is not fair. Then now it came to me that maybe they didn't see me, you see. Or maybe I was thinking, maybe they saw me, but they probably know I was not from there. But no one attacked me. Everybody was just doing what they were doing, just like a normal thing, you see. So when the person didn't serve me, so I left. So I just kept wandering around, and then until I woke up. So when I woke up, I was trying to make sense of, you see, what happened there. Obviously, that was I was trying to see if the people that I saw, I could actually place the language they were talking or their faces. I couldn't. What then happened was, when they were talking, sometimes when I tried to listen, and it would appear as if they were speaking Yoruba. All of a sudden, it would change to another thing. It would change. So I couldn't comprehend. what they were saying. You see, but they were talking. You see, and I was trying to listen. Me being my curious, nosy packer, you know. Just trying to. Okay, kill on sogongo. What are they saying? Yoruba. No, then it not Yoruba. It will change to something I don't understand, you know. So when I woke up, I found out hello, Harry Potter. I didn't know great Harry Potter would come here to watch my video. I feel honored, actually. Can you give me some of your millions, please, Harry Potter? Lovely to have you here, my brother. I hope you are a male. If you're not, then I'm sorry. You see. So as I was saying, that was one experience. There was another one that I had. That was a few weeks after my mother passed away. You see. And then what happened? No, actually, it was like a month or two. Because obviously, you know, my mom, we were like 5 and 6, you know. So I wasn't really myself. I was. I actually got. I got ill, you know. And I found that in this astral plane, it was as if I could see. I understand. It was as if they brought me to this facility. It was like a hospital, but not really hospital, because I could see my yummies. I actually saw lions that were lying down like in a. It was almost as if they brought me to, you know, like when you come to your family house or something, because they all seems to know me. They were actually holding me one hand. I wasn't even able to walk. I was I don't know, it was as if I was sick, and one held me here, the other one held me here, you know. And then they brought me, and then the mother was saying, "Yo, take her to the room, blah blah blah." I remember that bit. You're right, Gabe. You know. So, and then what I found out was, and then they said to me that I have visitors. I said, visitors? I said, visitors? Yeah, they said yes. So they took, so we went outside. It was like a gate. And then beyond the gate, when they opened the gate, I could see my mom. I could see my dad. They are both passed. And then they said to me, Shade, they were calling me Shade, because they were only calling for Shade or Shas. And they said to me, Shade, oh, how are you, darling? But it was as if they are coming from another direction. That place looked as if I'm definitely is in a plane. But my mom and my people that passed the access to, obviously I was still here. So, and then the person that took me to the gate said to my mom and my dad, and said, please make sure you bring her back at so time. I was thinking, it almost made me remember when we were young, because there was a time I went to boarding house schooling. So, and then, you know, when you have your parents to come and visit you during the school time, obviously they can't take you out, but maybe you want to go, they want to take you to a restaurant, take you out, then the headmaster will say, oh, make sure you bring her back at this time. So it was something like that. So they said to my mom and dad to bring me back at so time. I remembered we go into this, it's like, was like a car. And then when I got to mom and dad, and they were saying, oh, how are you, Shade? Don't be sick, blah blah. You know, the way they will always make fuss of me when they were here. So I said, no, I'm going to be strong. They said, you have to be strong, you can't be sick. So they said, well, let's go somewhere. So I remember we got like in a car. The other people, my mom and dad were at the front. The other people that were sitting beside me, I cannot remember. I cannot even place their faces. So we drove around. When I woke up, I tried to make sense of it. There were trees there, that all the trees, the leaves were yellow. When we were driving, it was so like, you know, beautiful. And then we drove after a while, and then my dad said to my mom, we have to take her back. We have to take her back. It's time to take her back. And and then my mom said, okay. And when we got there, we got there early, and I was sitting, and I said, I don't want to leave. I want to stay with my mom and dad. And they said, you can't stay. You have to go, and you have to go. You are at the hospital. You have to go for the treatment. When you finish your treatment, we'll come and get you. I said, I don't want to go for treatment. I just want to stay with them. They said, no. You have to go back for the treatment. You know, we promised the doctor we're going to bring you back. You know, my dad, when I promise you, when you finish the treatment, we'll come and collect you. I said, okay, daddy. So I went back, and after that, I woke up. You see, so those are, you know, several times that I've been out there. You see, and then that's why I could come out here to sort of give an example. And I'm sure for people that are familiar to this, even if you are not, which purpose of this video is to create awareness that if that is happening to you, you see what is actually going on. If you are encountering negative experience every time you go astral projection, that is a sign that you have an issue in your life. And that is the purpose of this video, that you need to change or work on. Because if all your chakras are balanced, they are all strong, no matter where you end up out there, you will be in a position of power. You see, there's nothing, anything entity can do to you that you will not be able to do something right back. That I've had incident that people are chasing me, that I will know how I lift up and they won't see me, they will run past me. So many, stuff like that. Because every time and also before you go to bed is a very crucial point. And don't make it only when you go to bed. For people that are used to burning candles, it's good. If you don't have candle, burn your incense. Bring out your vibration. Let it be a high. Because you either we want to realize that or not. We're going out there. Some people travel, they don't want to travel, they find out themselves there. But travel safe. You see, it's not only with COVID that we stay safe. Every time we are, we're falling asleep, it's also a time for, it's not a time, most people when we're going to bed, we're like, oh, I'm tired, let me sleep now. No. We're tired. This body here may be tired, but your soul should be strong. Your vibration, your consciousness should be strong, because what you go for, whatever you're going to encounter out there, if your body is weak, you lay down, you get strong. But don't make sure that your souls, your consciousness, your spirit is not weak. Because if it is weak, then that would determine where you're going to end up or what might happen to you. So maybe you just come from work, or you don't have a shower, you want to go to bed, your body is weak, but make sure, burn your incense. Do something to bring up your vibration before you get into that world. Thank you. So that's what I'm trying to pass on in this video. You see, so wonderful having you guys here. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So until I'll do one video now, not weekly, every 2 weeks, every fortnight, because I have my business to run. Also, I have my children. I've still got my 16-year-old at home. You see, so, and my even the oldest one, they are still babies. So I've got quite a lot that I do, and spiritually also, So weekly may not be, and I don't want to come out here and not share something that we all can take along with us. I don't want to come out here chatting rubbish. That's not my style. We can all both share this world. The way the universe has created is to. We're not meant to walk this path alone. We're meant to be there for each other. Thank you, my darling. We're meant to be there for each other, to support each other. All the living consciousness around us are here to help us also. You see, and that's why we are here, and that's why you see me, and I come out when I do this video. Hello, ma, lovely to see you, my wonderful people. I see people that are aware that I'm a spiritualist. For all your herbal and spiritual need, please visit our website, www.alashalaherbspiritual.com. I've got new stuff coming in. I'm not going to talk about them now. I'm just going to. Ojuma knows me for that. Yeah, and I'm sure there's people that the stuff that would help us in our journey, the time that we're going to be here. That's what I. Thank you. So if you have any issue, we have Ifa Kwele here for divination. Ifa reading. Ifa is always accurate. Orunmila never lies. You see. It will tell us whatever it is. Maybe you are at a crossroad and then you have options, you don't know which one to choose, or stuff are happening maybe in your private life or professional lives, is you just not clear, or maybe give us a call here at Alashala. You see, I have my phone number there, and I have this trained I have my energy logo that I use for divination. I also have this trained babalawos, trained experts that are, they work here at Alashala. You see, under my supervision, obviously, so that I can guarantee you the divination we do here is guaranteed. There's nothing. It's exactly what it says. I know what my carriers are saying. In fact, we never lie. We never tell us what's wrong, what's not right. You know, say the way it is. Is it now the way how we choose to, whatever we choose after that, then it's up to us. You see. So we have that here at Alashala. We have herbs, we have stones, all this living consciousness, you know. Recently, there's an aromatic oil that I, you know, recently I'm going to come at one show and then, you know, probably talk about them and, you know, how we can use these oils also. You see. So all of this we have here at Alashala. If it's business wise, stuff will be stagnant, or everyone seems to be moving along in life, but somehow you put a lot of effort, but you're still just stagnant in one place, you know, no headway, you know, no, just, you know, series of bad luck after the other. Give us a shout here at Alashala. You know, my phone number and WhatsApp is +44 7480661815. I've got a contact number, I believe, at the top or the bottom of this video. You know, feel free, you can inbox me also. You know, wonderful having you guys here. You see, every time I come out here, it's always a joy for me. I always get excited. My son will say to me, "Mommy, your cheeks are all going red," because I'm light skinned. So when I get excited about some stuff, the first place that will go red is my cheek, and you know. So I always, you know, always a fun time for me. You know, time to come here, to share ideas, how we can better our lives, how we can be a better person. You see, be there for each other. You see. So that's what I believe this world should be about. You know, I love you guys. Wonderful every time I come here. Oh, Laide! Oh, lovely to see you, Babami. Oh, that's my baby. That's my father. Also, it's my son. It's my father. Lovely to see you. Andrew Nelson. Oh my God, my sons are here. My father's my sons. Lovely to have you guys here. We're just about finishing the videos. Where have you been? Where have you been? We are going to finish the video now anyway. And I love you guys. I love you. I love you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you in a fortnight. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.